liberty. No hunger, no more war. We want peace and liberty. We're singing peace. We want peace and liberty. In this world, we're singing peace. We want peace and liberty. In this world, we want peace and liberty. So with our hearts and with our hands, we're making peace and liberty. We're singing peace. We want peace and liberty in this world. Peace. We want peace and liberty in this world. In this
Okay, we got a crowd estimate, people. We hear 8,000 people. That's a lot of people. Thank you. Our next speaker is Carol Weidel. She's a member of the South Central Federation of Labor, which just voted unanimously to join the Madison Area Peace Coalition and become part of the peace movement. They have mobilized their members for the event today. Carol is a board member of the American Federation of Teachers Local 4999 and the Wisconsin Federation of Teachers. Give her a warm hand.
I think it's entirely appropriate that the children led the march today and labor followed. When we marched on Washington on February 18th, labor led the march at that time. Across the country, from California to New York, state federations, central labor bodies, and local unions are passing resolutions against the war. We're protesting the billions of dollars being diverted to the war budget from urgently needed public works programs, jobs programs, social services, Social Security, and Medicaid. George Bush is using this war as an excuse to gut labor law, to gut civil liberties, to promote his war. The South Central Federation of Labor unanimously voted in January to join the Madison Peace Coalition. On February 15th, there will be marches around the world, and here in New York City, labor will march against the war. I know that there are people talking about buses going from Madison. If you visit the website unitedforpeace.org, you can download a poster about the labor involvement in the march on New York City on February 15th. And I want to encourage anyone who's here today to contact their national union president, because at the end of February, the AFL-CIO Executive Council will have a resolution before them against the war. Labor is way ahead of where we were when the anti-war movement began in the Vietnam War. And now we're passing resolutions across the country. On February 11th, over 100 labor leaders from around the country met in Chicago and formed U.S. Labor Against the War. U.S. Labor Against the War was at the march in Washington, and will be there in New York City on February 15th. So no war, you labor for peace, contact the AFL-CIO, just say no to war.
Thank you, Carol. Next speaker is Alan Roth. Alan is one of the main organizers of this wonderful event today, so I'd like to thank him and all the other organizers and all of you for being here. Thank you.
This is a historic moment. This shows that the people of the good state of Wisconsin, the people of Madison, and every hamlet, village, town, and city throughout this state are once again saying no to militarism, no to imperial war, no to the greed of the giant corporations. In 1917, the great fighting Bob Mafalek stood on these steps and then stood in the United States Senate and said Wisconsin is not going to World War I. Is not going to fill the coffers of Wall Street merchants. In 1917-18, the great leader of the Socialist Party of Milwaukee, Victor Berger, went to Congress of the United States, elected by the people of Milwaukee, and was denied his seat in the Congress by his ruling class peers. Why? Because he was against the war. And two more occasions during that war, he was again elected by his constituency and denied a seat in the House of Representatives. And they talk democracy. They're talking democracy now. They're going to bring democracy to Iraq. But you cannot diminish democracy at home and civil liberties at home to bring it to someone else. Now listen very carefully. When this war comes, they will notch up the propaganda mills. The dominant media will call into question all of our patriotism. They'll come out with the yellow ribbons. They'll come out with the line that diverts all political discussion. Are you for or against? Do you support the troops? And as Mike said before, of course we support the troops. Bring them home. Now you must stand up. You must stand up. Stand up in your churches. Stand up in your schools. Stand up in your offices. Stand up at your workplace. Stand up on the street. Individually and more importantly, collectively get organized. That we're not going to put up with that fake, false, patriotic nonsense. We are the patriots.